The following is a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. Hollywood Redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is Black Hollywood Live, Phenomenal Women, featuring in-depth interviews with today's most inspiring women. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood Redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, Phenomenal Women.
You can go ahead and dance. It's okay. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, and welcome to another episode of Phenomenal Women. I'm your host, Ashida Onrae, and with me today, I have a beautiful young lady who has a remarkable story. She is Los Angeles-based designer Ophelia Weathers. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I am here to inspire you, and she has an amazing story, and I just can't wait to get into it. Thank you so much for being here, and tell us about your company. Tell us about your clothes and your designing and what inspires you.
Okay, I think what inspired me to design Eye Candy Apparel, I was downtown Los Angeles, and just being in the right environment is what inspired me, as far as fashion go, clothes and jeans, and I decided that I wanted to do jeans. So when I first came up with my line, I wanted to do jeans, but I don't think I was ready at the time. So from there, I just basically took the idea and I ran with it. I think my creative juices was flowing at the time. And I think just me wanted to be my own boss. Because when I lost my mom and stuff, I had got fired for no apparent reason. And I was like, this is not for me. And I think when God puts something in your heart, you just be like, this is not for me. I know he has a better plan for me. And so I just took it and ran with it. So I think clothing and my love for fashion is really what inspired me to want to start Eye Candy Apparel.
So let's go back a little bit and talk about your mom and your brother as well. And share with us what happened, because a part of that inspired you. So take us back through the steps of what happened and how you was able to make that transition from not working in a corporate to owning your own company.
Okay, well, when I was about 19 years old, I was homeless. I stayed on Skid Row at a shelter called the Wine Garden. My mom was already down there, so when she found out I was down there, she got me into the Wine Garden. From there, I ended up getting kicked out. And my case manager, Lisa, she had put me into the Covenant House, which is for homeless teens and runaways. And I stayed there. And from there, I stayed with somebody else. And then a year later, I ended up getting on Section A. And it was a blessing because I was getting ready to just get put out again. I'm like, what's really going on? But God is so good. He's always right on time. And then I stayed in my apartment for about 10 months. My mom came to visit me. And then in October, she ended up passing away. And when she passed away, I wanted to commit suicide. It's nothing like not having your mother here anymore. Right. And then I started cutting on myself, and, because I think the cutting represents pain for me. And I think for a lot of people that have been through what I've been through understand that. But I was always passionate. I think the me wanting to do songwriting and fashion is what really helped me in having my faith in God, because I couldn't do it by myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So when your mom passed, how did you go from the shelters to they were able to just assist you with that?
Well, actually, I was in the shelters before my mom passed, because she was in the shelter also.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the one, when she found out I was on Skid Row in one of the shelters, she helped me get into the Wine Garden where she was at.
Okay.
But see, I ended up getting kicked out.
How did you get kicked out?
Lord. Okay, I was young. I was 19 years old. I met a couple of people, and I was drinking.
Oh,
and
okay.
And every place that you go to have rules and regulations. And they already gave me a warning. I went in and did the same thing. I'm just keeping it real. And they put all my belongings out on the street. It was right there on the curb. And I was like just standing there. When I looked around, it was like, there go Lisa. And she had the security guard to put my stuff back in. And then she tried to get me into the gay and lesbian center, but they didn't have any room. So she got me into the Covenant House.
Okay.
And I stayed there for like 8 or 9 months.
And so you learned your lesson at that point?
Yes, I
real
did.
quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you learned your lesson. You was able to get on Section 8. Did you end up getting another job? Is that how you were able to get an apartment, or the shelter assisted you in getting an apartment?
Well, Section 8 is basically low income, so they based it on your income. I was on GR at the time, so my rent, I think when I got on Section 8, my rent was only like $14 a month, and I had a 1-bedroom, so it was a blessing.
Oh, wow. Okay, and what's GR?
Oh, GR is like...
Sorry, I just want to make sure.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's general relief. You can apply for like cash aid. It's like $221 a month, and then you get food stamps.
Okay. So from there, is that when your vision started to come into play for your design and starting your own company?
Well, later on in life, originally I'm a songwriter. That was my first passion. I think a few years later, like I stated, when I was downtown LA, that's when my creative flow was just flowing. Just being in the right environment inspired me to really start my own line. And I was like, I want to do jeans. I think jeans are so beautiful, and I think for especially like African American women, we all, because everybody's shaped differently. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to design something that was comfortable for everybody. And I can't help how you build, but
right.
I could kind of try to like build around that. Mm-hmm. And hopefully, my jeans, you can... It just make your booty pop or something.
Your booty pop.
Mm-hmm. Because then that way you ain't got to get no surgery, because I know the surgery is the end thing. And my jeans would just be natural.
Right.
So I think a lot of women would appreciate that.
I like the booty pop. That's hilarious.
Thank you.
So outside of just doing jeans, mm-hmm. you do T-shirts. What other do you do accessories? What other stuff do you have on your website, your brand?
Well, right now, Eye Candy Apparel, I design graphic tank tops and T-shirts.
Okay.
And my designs are like sexy, eye-catching, and pleasing to the eye, but it's also to inspire women. So if I can inspire just one woman, I think I did my job, mm-hmm. I don't think it's so much about me. I think I was really put here on this earth to be successful, but to help other people. Even though I'm not really in that position to help people, but I do what I can.
Right.
And that's just who I am as a person. I think people appreciate me for that. I put other people before me.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that, what plans do you have to grow it? Where do you see the future of your company?
Oh, I see Eye Candy Apparel being huge. I mean, I want to be bigger than Baby Fat. And I love Kimora Lee, but I want to be bigger than that, especially by me being in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I originally wanted to do jeans, but I wasn't ready, but I'm ready now. And so you're going to see it. Actually, I don't know your size and everything, but I definitely going to give you a pair of my jeans. I want to expand my line to jeans and accessories. And just really doing hoodies and, normal stuff.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I am so proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank
This is
you.
an amazing, inspirational story that no matter where you come from, no matter what has, come your way,
Mm-hmm.
tragic loss,
right.
that you're able to rebuild, you're able to learn from your mistakes,
right.
such as what you did.
Yes.
And you're able to grow
Mm-hmm.
and start a company and a business
right.
and flourish.
Right.
And you are an example of that. And thank you so much for being an example, not just to myself, but also to the viewers as well.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's very inspirational.
Thank you. I think we all have trials and tribulations that we go through. That's just life. I think it's either life or things that we bring on ourselves. So I think people need to be more, able to admit their mistakes, because that's how you grow as a person. I'm not going to sit here and say everything that I'm doing is easy, because it's not, but you got to have faith. And I would say that you got to have a good supportive system. But I think with all of that, you can't give up no matter what. Even though at that tunnel, it might see seem dark, but it's the tunnel at the light. And that's what works for me. I'm not saying what I do going to work for other people, but I feel that if, you just stay in prayer, believe in yourself, and have faith, you can do it. And I just say, don't give up. It's many a times that I want to give up. I was so mad at God one time that I even put my Bible in the cabinet. And I felt so bad. I am not going to even lie.
I am so appreciative that you were honest with that. Tell us that story. Take us through that.
Okay, well, I wanted to give up because I feel like, I guess, I'm reading my Bible, and I've been through so much in my life. I think that it's not that I want overnight success, because I've been wanting to do things ever since I was a little kid. But it was just the fact that I was just mad. I'm like, God, are you listening to me? I mean, did I do anything wrong? Like, I repent, forgive me for my sins. And I was just going through something one time, and I was like, you know what? I got the Bible, and I felt so bad, and I put it in the cabinet. But I cried.
Right.
And then I got it out, and I got on my knees and I prayed, and I said, God, I am so sorry. I promise I would never do that again.
Right.
And ever since that, me and him been cool. For real, I think what was my problem is that I need to understand his timing of how he do things. I think everybody want overnight success, but everything has a timing, and you just have to wait for yours. And
Right.
so that's what I'm understanding. But girl, I was just like, I was through.
Right.
I really was. I was through. Not through with him. I was just like, because it's so easy for people to tell you how you should go about things when they're not in your situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just be listening to him, and I mean, listening to them, and I know they have my best interests at heart, but at the same time, I'm like, girl, like, whatever, But I know how I feel. I know the things that I've been through, and I'm still overcoming them today. It's a challenge, but you can't, like I always say, you can't always play everything safe. You can't always try to take the elevator. Sometimes you got to take the stairs.
Yes, that's very true.
Mm-hmm. And I know sometimes you got to make sacrifices, but not making sacrifices to where you homeless. I mean, because you still got to work, you still got to eat, you still got to live.
Right.
So you do what you got to do, knowing that the situation that you in is only temporarily, it's not permanent. And that's what I tell myself every day. My astrologist told me that 2015, confirmed that 2015 going to be a great year for Ophelia and Eye Candy Apparel. And so I'm so happy my finances, I mean, just everything that I've been working so hard and striving for. And it's just a blessing to be here interviewing with you. And I really want to thank you for this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shy, I'm goofy and all of that, but this is what I want, so I'm going for it.
Right. Good for you.
Thank you.
You just inspired me. You was preaching. I was just listening to you, and I said, okay, I'm going to just let this lady talk while I get inspired myself.
Oh, thank you.
And tell us where they can find you on your website so they can look up your clothing line.
Okay, y'all can reach me at eyecandyapparel.us. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, which is Ophelia Weathers, and on Instagram, you go to Eye Candy Apparel Clothing.
Wonderful. Congratulations again. And
Thank
thank you
you
so much for spending your morning with me and inspiring me and the viewers.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you again for hanging out with me on a Friday morning. And I hope, our guest here has inspired you. And I look forward to inspiring you next week.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.